It's Teddy. We have a new guest today, folks. Teddy. How you doing, Teddy? Boy, you're a quiet dog.
Yeah, he is a quiet dog.
No kidding.
Unless he sees squirrels running around.
There you go. Hey, welcome to Last Minute Betting. Teddy is going to give us all of the good picks tonight.
He's got the fundamental analysis.
Nice. Nice.
Hey, it's Last Minute Betting with the sports. Oh, there's Coco.
Got dogs everywhere.
Yes, we do. Mike's got a dog, too. We're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors. Worldwide, OddsJam Partner Program, link below in the description. Go there now, 50% revenue share. And the picks, which, by the way, you guys want to give me shit about last night, about Vancouver, but as I said on the show, the play was the under 5.5, not under 6.5. It was in my DubClub picks, and I went 2-0 in DubClub yesterday, and you can get our picks. There's a link below in the description. It is a 14-day free trial. Scotty Cove.
Not your brought to really.
You know what? What the hell is ask? What is that?
It's for animals. You can donate, can't you?
Donate
for animal. Yeah.
Save the animals.
Yeah.
American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
There you
go.
Well,
you know what?
Now I'd be sponsored. I can sign off on being sponsored by that. I love animals. So
you guys are cruel to me. I mean, I'm an animal.
Well, you're not.
I'm an animal.
So
hello, Tristan. Tristan, you coming back on the show, or since you graduated, or you took good for us? Yeah. Early predictions: Panthers in 7.
I like the Panthers.
Yeah, I'd say I do too.
Like the Panthers.
Well, there you go.
And they're Panthers are animals. We love animals, so I mean, when in doubt, pick the team that's mascot is an animal, and why not?
Yeah, so Bob, are you saying our ripping on you is animal cruelty?
Yes,
yeah. Of course, I could be like Elephant Man and go, I'm not an animal, I'm a human being.
Oh, God.
Please.
I've seen that movie.
My goodness.
You understand. You've never seen the Elephant Man, Mike. You don't know the reference.
No, not fully, but I'm aware. Yes. I'm not fully, though.
I put double on Xander this past week and added it after hole 14. Good for you. That was our 12th outright, so we're on fire. Yep. They are tough.
Yeah, I mean they're a good team, no doubt about it.
Rangers got scoring depth.
Panthers are really good on the road, so we know that's gonna be a difference maker in this series. It was for the season, last year's playoffs for the Panthers. So yeah, I just think they're destined to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals.
What do you got, a Mark Sanchez shirt on there?
No, it's an Aaron Rodgers shirt.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it's the old butt fumble himself.
Hey, I feel like people give Mark Sanchez a bad rap. I mean,
he's pretty good on Colin Cowherd's show, but other than that, he sucked.
Well, I don't know. Who would you say, Jimmy Garoppolo or Mark Sanchez?
I'd take Sanchez over Garoppolo, probably.
I'd take Sanchez, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember years ago when Sanchez and the Jets were playing Mike and yours Chargers. And Mike and I were doing a radio show, and he asked me who I was picking in the game, and I said, I think I'll take the Jets. And boy, he gave me all kinds of trouble with that, but like it was a lucky pick. But the Jets whipped up on Phillip Rivers and your Chargers as usual. Phillip lost.
I didn't whip them. It was a close game,
Which one was it? What year?
It was
it's like 2000s.
2009, I believe.
Oh, okay. Was that around the time the Jets got Tomlinson from us?
No, they didn't have LT yet.
That was the year after.
I think it was the year after. Yes, and Darrelle Revis was obviously Revis Island was like brand new to the map, right? I mean, it was becoming very popular to spend your days on Revis Island, and unfortunately, it wasn't a good time for.
Are you a big Aaron Rodgers fan, Justin?
Yeah, he is. You should have known that.
Okay, we're gonna talk about it here in a second.
Okay, I will warn you. This is a debate you don't want. I don't know what side you're on, but you do not want to debate Aaron Rodgers with me. I promise. You get with hockey, you got me. But Rodgers,
don't even go there, Bob. Don't even open that can of worms. Exactly.
Well, you don't want to. That's what I'm saying.
Look out for the Celtics to be a little rusty in the first quarter tonight. Bet on the Pacers quarter 1. I mean, I could ride with that. I do think the Pacers. I'd like to think they probably get a game in Boston because it just seems like tradition for the Celtics to give at least one game in their building away. So
everybody that I'm talking to said this is blowout city.
What, tonight's game?
Tonight, yeah, that
very well could be. I look
Celtics. This is a bomb play.
Okay, well,
this is a bomb. All right. Who do we think wins, Edmonton or the Stars?
Dallas.
Yeah. Dallas.
Too much, man. They're too good. Look, Edmonton's super top heavy, and boy, they can produce. But this ain't the Kings. This ain't the Canucks. This is a very, very well balanced team with veteran leadership, experience, and some young guys. With Wyatt Johnston and Jason Robertson, who are unbelievable. Haskinen's a stud. Ottinger's arguably the best goaltender going right now, although, hey, playoff Bob is still here.
Anybody who's got a Bob in their name has got to be a good goaltender. I'm just saying. I mean, I make saves on this show all the time. I save this show all the time. So I know all about making big saves. And by the way, Aaron Rodgers, I do like Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Would I put him in my top 5 all time of quarterbacks? No.
Well, no, I wouldn't either. I'd say, though, you got to put him top 8, I'd say.
Connor McDavid is a guy that can be taken care of. It's Draisaitl that's the problem.
Yeah, McDavid. McDavid. Not really gonna. I'm not really worried about McDavid in this series. I think Dallas will be fine handling him. And look, if he does have a good series, so be it. Dallas is still. Yeah. They're just too much.
I would take Dallas to win the series at -25. All right, here we go. Giants, Padres, Rays, Yankees, Blue Jays, Braves, Orioles, and Dodgers all -1.
-1 for the game. Ooh.
Wow.
I mean, I like the Orioles. We also.
I like the Padres worry me a little bit.
I like a Yerfie in the Cardinals-Orioles game.
Yeah, I mean that would probably be the route you go.
Tristan, you
love that Dodgers one.
Of course, everything Dodgers with. All right, so let's get back to this Aaron Rodgers thing real quick. Okay.
Barry says, my man just asked you on the whole MLB.
Jabari, the storm that went through Houston, he had a tree go through his car.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. Gosh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
Storm season.
Not while he was driving it. Okay. So that's a good thing. Let's see. Green Bay won. Rodgers won his Super Bowl against
The Steelers.
Steelers. Right. Okay. That's what I thought.
So
did he ever go to another Super Bowl? No, right?
No, he won one. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He went to one and won it. Yeah. Okay. All right. A lot of guys have done that. Oh, yeah, Jabari, get in there, baby. Only Super Bowl he will get.
Well, I mean, that is I agree with that. I mean, there's no chance the Jets are winning a Super Bowl.
I will give Aaron Rodgers this type of credit. I've never seen a guy who could throw the ball into tight windows when he was on the run like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. That hurts his legacy. A-Rod kind of overrated.
Oh, Barry, what the hell,
man? Justin, do the Jets win the division?
Justin, you're the big Jets guy here. Come on.
I'd say no, just because the Dolphins are in the division, and I think the Bills will be worse this year. But
I'd like to know what Teddy thinks.
Well, he roots for me, so he's go Jets.
Oh, for whoever you root for? Okay. All right.
He's going for the Jets to win the division.
Okay, Jabari. I'm saying that I have watched Aaron Rodgers over the years make so many throws like on a line, like just in areas that most quarterbacks don't dare to throw. Okay, number one. And does it while he's on the move. I mean, he had great arm strength. Okay. Now, if you're going to put Steve Young in arm strength, I'm going to say bullshit. Okay.
Yes.
Because I watched Steve Young his whole career. All right. All the way back to the USFL. Steve Young was never, talk about a great runner. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Now, is there a better thrower of a pocket passer than Dan Marino? Maybe never. Marino he was phenomenal.
Yeah, and Marino and remember, it's not like Marino had a lot to work with either, So yeah, I definitely agree with that. Arm strength's not Young's strong suit, but one of the best mobile. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Mobility for Young was great, and for a left-hander too. Left-handed quarterbacks usually don't fare great. Steve Young was an effective passer. Come on,
Tristan, come on.
He's trolling, right? He's trolling.
Yeah, Marino's
the greatest quarterback
ever. No.
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, and I hate Tom Brady. I mean, I hate him, but you gotta give it to him.
You gotta give it.
The best ever. I mean, with what he did, with the results, you're not going to find a better winner at quarterback. Let's just put it that way.
No.
Yeah, I agree. Tom eclipses Marino.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Can't buy my comment.
Get out of here. Yeah. Come on.
That's that Miami in him, man, Tristan. That's that Miami in Tristan.
I know.
Yeah. That Miami's coming out, baby.
Tristan, Jabari can't make it tomorrow night. You coming on the show? Or are you too busy doing post-graduation stuff?
I feel like. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I'd say you got to put Aaron Rodgers and Dan Marino like side by side in terms of like the best thrower of the football. Like you have to. I mean, yeah, Dan Marino never had a defense and didn't have many receivers to work with, but I mean, and Rodgers did, but only when he was winning.
Right.
So,
Hey guys, you can't always go by Super Bowls. Jim Plunkett, who actually was a number one draft choice for New England many years ago, won 2 Super Bowls with the Los Angeles Raiders.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
You did.
Yeah. Front office, you're absolutely right.
100%. Yeah.
They did not put the right team around him.
No. Yeah, and I'll also say this. Yes, Jabari took the words out of my mouth, which I was going to say is, the front office ruined him. And every single year, it felt like the Packers were always picking the wrong skill position.
Yeah.
Rodgers. Like Eddie Lacy, he left the Packers. They didn't address that. They lost Greg Jennings, Donald Driver. They never addressed the wide receiver position. The defense was never top 10 after the Super Bowl. Well, they obviously addressed it because they drafted first-round picks in the defensive area every single year. But the defense was never top 10 after 2010.
Well, they finally did help it. I mean, they drafted Devontae Adams, but the problem was by the time they drafted Devontae Adams, that was kind of all they had, So
yes.
They needed Devontae Adams when they had. I mean, obviously he wasn't around then, but they needed a Devontae Adams type when Jordy Nelson was still, had some in him, and guys like that, and they just never did, and. Yeah, lack of a running game, it was always a problem too, unfortunately.
Bob, I didn't expect you to agree with me on Aaron Rodgers. I thought you'd be totally against me.
There it is. I was trying to remember the running back's name, Dorsey Levens.
You
guys remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Dorsey Levens.
Hell of a run. Now, didn't he play with Rodgers?
No, he'd already retired.
That's right. He was before that. That's right.
Yeah, he'd already retired.
94 to 2001. Okay.
Now, who was the other back? Was it Amon? What was his name? Amon Green?
I don't remember.
Amon Green. Amon Green. But I don't think. Was Amon Green there when Rodgers was young?
Yes, 2000 to 2000.
But he was kind of past his prime, I think, at that point.
He's considered. Whoa. Why is former Green Bay running back Amon Green the best running back in Packers history? 5 straight 1,000-yard rushing seasons.
Sure. Yeah, he was there. Yes.
Rushing yards, most Packers yards from scrimmage, most rushing yards by a Packer in a single season, 1,883.
Yeah, but Amon Green was not in his best years when Rodgers was there.
In 2003, he had 1,883 yards for the Packers.
Rodgers was not in there.
Rodgers was not there, Bob, in 2003.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
He wasn't the starter till.
I don't even think Amon Green was there when they drafted Rodgers. Truthfully,
you're probably right.
He was. Okay. Well,
I got you. I see where we're going.
Yes,
I see where we're going.
Yes, he was on the Packers in 2009, but that was a 1-year stint, and he was way out of his prime.
I mean, I don't know how you can hate Patrick Mahomes. His wife is a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model now. So what the hell's wrong with you, kid? When the Packers draft a receiver,
what's that have to do with anything?
Well, I don't know. Just thought I'd get that in there. Not resigning Devontae, signing Aaron Jones to god-awful contract, not rebuilding secondary, not properly replacing Clay Matthews. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you let Jordy Nelson age.
Right. Yeah, I know. They needed enough. They needed Devontae Adams when they had Nelson when he was, in his prime, and they never had that. If they could have had, granted, Devontae Adams wasn't around, obviously, but still, that's what they needed. They needed a Devontae Adams type of receiver when they had Nelson. They would have been gold.
I'm just going to say this. Aaron don't wear his long hair as well as I do.
No, I disagree with that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Eddie Lacy was, I believe, Scott. Yep.
Yeah, and then they never got to address the running back position really until Aaron Jones, honestly.
Right.
I mean,
really, they had a decent 1-2 punch. Who's the other running back on that team backing up Aaron Jones?
A.J. Dillon.
Yeah, I mean, the two of them together are pretty darn good. He just didn't have any receivers. And you know what? Who was the tight end that was with Rodgers?
Tanya.
Michael Finley, I believe, was there, right?
Oh, okay. You're talking way long ago. Well, yeah. Michael Finley. He had Jared Cook.
Yeah.
Well, Jermichael Finley was was he not on the Super Bowl winning roster when Rodgers won, or no? Or was he hurt? Or he was definitely on the team.
I forget, actually. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay. There was a tight end that he used to throw balls to the sideline and would fire the sucker there, and the guy would catch it. You know what? I'm going to tell you what made Aaron Rodgers even better was when Jared Cook went to the team, because he played for my St. Louis Rams and dropped the ball constantly. But when he went to Green Bay, caught everything. Must be that Aaron knew how to throw the ball right.
Yeah, he caught that big catch, that playoff game against Dallas.
Yeah,
along the sidelines there too.
Yeah.
That was a huge catch. And then of course our Chargers got a hold of him, and well, that didn't work out so well for us.
That's right. Yeah,
Having Jared Cook.
Yeah, but he was okay. But yeah, he was
okay, but not what we needed. I mean, let's be honest. He wasn't the same Jared Cook that he was with Green Bay, for sure.
Or even the Raiders or wherever he was. But
Jermichael Finley was that. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought he was there.
Yeah, I looked it up. He was there.
Yeah, Michael Finley. All right. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, he was okay, but the reason why that receiving core was so good in 2011 was, well, their receivers. They had Driver, Jennings, Nelson.
Jennings and Driver and Finley, yep.
Yeah.
His Hail Marys, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Hail Marys were great. Yeah, Jennings and Donald Driver, right. If we talk Green Bay, we also have to say Dallas would have won a Super Bowl if it was not for that call.
Yeah,
I'm glad they did.
They would have lost anyways. They're the Cowboys. That's just how they roll. As Stephen A. always says, what can go wrong for them will go wrong for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, hold on. That wasn't was that game? That was to go to the NFC Championship game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and who'd they end up playing? Seattle? I'm not sure if Dallas would have beat Seattle.
Yeah, no. That's just it.
Yeah. I'm not sure Dallas would have beat that Seattle team, but definitely, I mean, let's face it. I mean, that was highway robbery. I don't know. That was a catch.
Dude, I hate the Cowboys. I mean, I always have, but I got to be honest with you. I feel sorry for their quarterback. I mean,
yes.
Dak has just got it tough there, man. He's just got it tough.
Well, he's gone now, Tristan.
Yeah, the Bears.
Where did he sign? Minnesota, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he was on the Bears, but I think he must have signed somewhere else.
All right, there you go, folks. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yeah, there you go. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I really thought that we were going to disagree on that, Bob, because it seems like every person I debate Rodgers with, because I'm a pro Aaron Rodgers guy, it's always me and him down each other's throats. Because
I tell you what, man, those Hail Mary plays, those were just phenomenal. I mean, and that is
and his ability to improvise too,
right?
And
that's one thing that no other quarterback I've ever seen has been able to do like that. I mean, he bought so much time running backwards. He reminded me of Fran Tarkenton, way too old for you guys to know, but an old Minnesota Vikings quarterback who was pretty phenomenal. But then, he finds a spot where he can just let it go. And when he let it go, guys, I mean, nobody could throw the ball like that.
Oh, no, not even. No. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. No two ways about it. I know we're going to talk about Super Bowl rings, blah, blah, blah. If we're going to put Dan Marino still in the discussion, which I agree with, you have to put Aaron Rodgers in the discussion too, for sure. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Aaron, Green Bay couldn't couldn't get him quite enough.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
Let's get to the NBA, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's talk about what's going on here tonight. Mike and I just got done doing the radio show. Pretty definitely in agreement. I don't think Indiana. And I want to know one thing, since we're talking about all the hate out here, and we got a hater right now in the audience, and that's Tristan. He can't stand Jason Tatum. Why in the hell do people get on Jason Tatum's butt? I mean, he's a great player.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is a great player. No debating that. I guess people think he's choke, even though he's only 26 and he's already been to a finals before. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just too much for Indiana. I mean, look, they're a 6 seed, so now Boston, they were the 1 seed, they beat the 8 seed. They're getting the 6 seed now in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Here we go. We got it coming out now. Hang on, where's Big Ben fitting all this? He was in the draft class at Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers, right? I mean, Ben was he's a hell of a quarterback. No two ways about it. I've never seen anybody as big as him. Just, offensive line or defensive linemen just bounce off of him because he was a big dude.
Well, Aaron Rodgers.
And his pump fake. You got to remember that pump fake he had because he had such a big. I mean, he'd pump fake and throw Big Ben, and it was like literally the exact same as his throwing motion, but he never dropped the ball. It was insane.
Here we go. Jabari is all over today. Indiana doesn't deserve to be there, and he's talking about Jason Tatum because he hasn't done anything. He can never finish the damn job. He chokes. Well, you know what, Jabari? We're gonna find out this year.
And Tristan says, "Don't get me started on Tatum."
Of course. Yeah, that's Tristan. Yeah, you're probably right there too. He's from St. Louis, man. That's my hometown. I love him. I love him just because he hasn't won anything yet. It's not hype. How's it hype? I mean, in all honesty, how is Jason Tatum?
Well, here's my thing, and look, Anthony Edwards has been great, but Jabari says Anna's doing what we wanted Tatum to do. If Tatum shoots 6 for 24, guys, you're all over him. Anthony Edwards shot 6 for 24. They won the game because of his team. Let's not forget that. Anthony Edwards has been great. I love Anthony Edwards.
Oh, yeah, me too.
But he shot 6 for 24 in a game 7.
Yeah.
If Tatum does that, it doesn't matter if they win or lose. That's just adding fuel to the fire. Jason Tatum could shoot 6 for 24 for sure. So, look, I'm ready for it because I'm kind of low key rooting for Boston. Not gonna lie.
So here we go, Jabari. Jason Tatum this year averaged 35.7 minutes, 26.9 points per game, 47.1% field goal percentage, 37.6 from 3-point, 8.1 rebounds, 4.9 assists, 1 steal, and 0.6 blocks per game for the whole regular season. I think that constitutes one hell of a damn ball player myself.
Yeah. And does have great defense. I definitely get that, but for them to climb back in that game, when they climbed back in that game, it wasn't as if Ant was the reason they were climbing back into the game. Did he help? Sure, he was everybody's a part of it, but that game, you got 23 points out of McDaniels too.
Yeah.
That was pretty big. You got 23 out of Karl Anthony Towns. You had every starter was in double figures. Matter of fact, Conley even pitched in 10 points. Nas Reed comes in off the bench in that fourth quarter with 11 huge points. Anthony Edwards made a play here or there in that game. Yes. Not the reason they won, though. I disagree. I don't think that Minnesota won that game.
Oh, here you go, Mike.
Because of Ant.
Ant hit 3 clutch shots. You know what?
He was wide open.
The reason they won that game, I'm going with this all the way. Jaden McDaniels, 23 points. They do not win that game without him. Period.
No, not at all. And the one clutch 3 was wide open in the corner. Good for Naz Reid for finding him in the corner, because I thought Naz Reid was going to, because he was hot anyway. I thought Naz Reid was going to maybe try to score on that play. The corner 3 by Edwards. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it was a big shot too. Mike Conley had a big 3 too, though. I mean, there was a lot of clutch plays. Yes, Ant contributed. Ant's not the sole reason they won that game, though. Not the sole reason. They won that game because of,
well, that's the team.
Some roller play.
He's right there, but that's the
for sure. Yeah, definitely.
That's as good of an offensive.
But game. I just feel like if Tatum shot 6 for 24 and they won that game, and they win, people are going to say they're not, that it doesn't count for Tatum. He was 6 for 24. Well, if they win the game, then that's all that matters, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm hoping for a T-Wolves Celtics series, though.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not pretending he's the best overall.
No, definitely.
I want to know why he gets hated on, because Jabari, you're hating on him, and I think he's a hell of a ball player. But those stats that I just gave you for a whole season, those are pretty darn good stats. I think he's a hell of a ball player. Okay, and I agree. Okay, but once again, without Jaden McDaniels.
Well, no, but Ants had a defensive. I mean, Rudy Gobert this year, defensive player of the year. Karl Anthony Towns is pretty darn good.
Tristan, it's a good thing we're not going to be in the same room. I can tell you that tomorrow. Because if we were in the same room, boy, I'm thinking you're going down.
But you also forget too, if we're giving Tatum all this slack, you realize Jaylen Brown has been a big part of them losing too, right? Yeah, he's been a turnover machine. You can't just, Jaylen Brown has been a detriment too. So Tatum's getting all the blame, and Jaylen Brown deserves some blame too then, because he's not been good in some of those games that they lost, that they choked.
Where'd Teddy go?
He went outside. He had to go.
Never mind. It would have been funny if he would have went right there in your lap. But anyway, Tatum.
I'll take one on your lap.
Oh, well, that would have been tough. Great team. Well, he's done with it. Yeah. Derek White is the secret. Hey, no two ways about it. Derek White, love him.
Oh, he's good. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. I don't know a max contract. Okay. All right.
No, yeah.
I hate that max contract shit anyway, man. I think it's helped to ruin the game.
And again, Jaylen Brown has cost them some of those games. So
guys, who wins this series? Boston.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Boston. Oh, yeah. We're all in agreement there.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, Jabari. Boston wins this series.
Well, he already admitted. Yeah, he knows that.
So who wins the Minnesota?
Hey, the East is weak. It is fair to say we're not going to really start judging the Celtics until. Because let's face it, if they didn't make it to the NBA Finals, that's not good.
All right,
that's not good. I'm sorry. Look, I love Jason Tatum, but if they weren't able to make it to the NBA Finals this year in the East, that's not good. They are going to, so good for them. But yeah, the test is going to come in the NBA Finals, and we'll see what happens there. I mean, it's definitely going to be a good series.
And by the way, this is all fresh in my mind because I said Mike and I just got done doing a radio show. I'm going to tell you right now, Minnesota is probably going to win this series in the West. But what do we say, Mike? That
I think Dallas is going to get a game or two. For
Minnesota
sure.
was 3-1, right, against Dallas this year.
But no Luka, no Kyrie.
No Luka, 2 of the games. Kyrie missed 3 of them, and Minnesota had all of their guys in all 4 matchups. Okay, so we're going to find out now that Dallas is going to have everybody. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but Kyrie wasn't too happy there, so that was they just didn't mesh there. I mean, there was issues there to begin with, so I think that had a lot to do with it. Because I mean, Boston's been fine without Kyrie. You know, they've been able to win and do well. I know they haven't won anything yet, but Kyrie hasn't won anything other than with the Cavaliers. So
you know what? You're absolutely 100%. Everybody has issues with Kyrie. You know, I mean, they just do.
That wasn't Tatum's fault. Tatum did. He was a young player. That's not on Tatum. That's on Kyrie to make that work, not Tatum. It wasn't Tatum's team.
Check it out. Check what Scotty has. He has a ticket from back around the All-Star break. Boston.
Okay.
At plus 575.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great call there. I think Dallas goes 7. Kyrie saw all exactly. That's on Kyrie. That Boston situation, Kyrie was the guy supposed to be the guy, not Tatum yet. He was a young player. You can't blame that on Tatum. It was that's on Kyrie. Kyrie was supposed to be the big time when he was with Boston, the main guy. So can't really fault that. But yeah, I mean, Minnesota is definitely the all on fate. Mark my words. Take a picture. Now look, right. Tatum finna strike again. Look. We should be able to agree that will not be that will not be a Minnesota sweep or a Minnesota 5-game series if they play. That's 7 games if they play Boston. I think they just went 7 with Denver. You know, who was, you know, let's face it, Denver was they were fatigued as hell, dude. Let's be honest.
You know, I'm not a Kyrie fan, Jabari. Kyrie ain't number 1 in any organization, in my opinion. That's what I'm going to say. Don't like him, never have.
Well, no, I mean, that's why he left Cleveland, because he wanted to be the number 1 guy, and that didn't work out. He found that out. That's why but give Kyrie credit. He's accepted that. I mean, him and Luke have meshed very well together. So he's kind of, made up for all that.
Man, we got a lot of stuff going. Do you guys think Minnesota and Indiana are the same type of teams, young and athletic?
No, Minnesota plays defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good answer.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
And I want to know what Teddy thinks, Justin.
Teddy's gone.
He's not here. Sorry.
Okay, well, just ask him.
I'll get his fundamental analysis.
I want to know what his opinion is of Jason Tatum.
I'll get it for you. I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. We got any plays? We got 3 WNBA games tonight. Oh, here we go. Kyrie has had success. He wasn't number 1 option, so I agree. But when the front office wanted Tatum and Brown at the forefront, well, yeah, that's what they wanted. And Kyrie was a baby. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that whole situation was just tough all around. I mean,
Kyrie couldn't play with LeBron. I mean, how can you not play?
Well, yeah, they wanted. They could play it. They did. They made it work.
He wanted to. He wanted. Why did him and LeBron split up? They could have been a fantastic.
You know what? He'd be the first person to tell you that was a mistake. So you got to give him kudos for that. Well, Kyrie already said that was a mistake. He handled that wrong. He shouldn't have. He knows that.
He does a lot of shit wrong.
But now there is one thing we will say about Kyrie. He's one guy I will take hitting a game-winning shot with all the guys left in the playoffs. I like my chances with Kyrie hitting a game winner, and that includes maybe even Ant.
Justin, Scott said Teddy just sent out a tweet. He picks Boston in 5.
Yeah.
Let's go, Teddy.
Give me
5.
Teddy.
Give me 5, Teddy. Come on. All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, I think he likes Boston 5 too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Boston
which is why he went to Brooklyn. And by the way, that worked out well, didn't it?
Yeah, that worked out great.
That was terrible. And
well, if he didn't get injured, he would have had a ring, I think.
A guy that we're not talking about that I once again brought up earlier today, Jrue Holiday has made a big difference in the Boston Celtics. And he's also, by not being in Milwaukee anymore, he's made a big difference in Milwaukee not moving forward in the playoffs. I underrated this guy completely.
Yeah, Jrue Holiday's been very good for Boston. Now that gives you a defensive guy, and I think they feed off of that energy from him from the defensive side. You know, they are the second highest scoring team in the NBA, but, you know, I think they got a little bit more edge having a guy like Jrue on the team. So, yeah, I mean, that's going to help them tremendously because he's the kind of guy that can get after you. And, yeah, I mean, that was a very good move by Boston. Yeah, for sure.
I agree with Jabari on that because it was pretty.
Yeah. That's why it was so smart for them to get him. I mean, that was
right.
That's what
Did
they
you
need.
like Holiday over 12.5 points tonight?
Sure. Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't even think we're going to go to the EV page tonight.
I was just checking. Not a lot out there right now.
Yeah, there really isn't much out there, unfortunately.
No, we got a bunch of player hits right now. I'll call it a night. We'll get ready for this NBA game here. And
so let everybody know the recommended filters now in OddsJam are back to what they used to be. Okay. So there's no going to try to filter out more things. They're back to where they were. And by the way, if player hits pop up, folks, don't start betting a bunch of them. You're going to wind up getting limited by these sports books, okay? Because sharp bettors don't bet that, okay?
Well, not five or six in one game.
Probably Tristan probably does. But, that's another story for tomorrow.
Teddy doesn't. He doesn't like hits.
Teddy doesn't like him. See? And you know what? I got to tell you something, dude. You know who else don't like him? Coco. She hates him. Hi, baby. Look at you, sweet thing. She knows how to pose. Bye, Teddy. See you later. Bye, folks. Great time.